Hey, what's going on, sir? Welcome aboard. I'm going to be playing some Path of Exile. Appreciate you joining. I just make sure my chat's working here. I just logged in, so you beat me to it. Um, Misspelled that. All right. Yeah. So, random. I don't know if you've seen Path of Exile yet. If you haven't, it's very Diablo-esque. You have a ton of items to manage, and I've been playing this on my own personal channel, but decided to move it over to the Bar Crew channel, and hopefully you enjoy. Got any questions? Go ahead and feel free to ask. All right, I need to sell. I won't use that. I may look at that one. All right. I should have sold that one. Let's see what I got. Yeah, that's terrible. Great armor. I don't know if I want to lose it. Those stats aren't all that. Not currently using any defensive stuff, so I'm just going to sell that. And that was crap. This will probably be crap as well. But that's not too bad. That 5% increase to armor might be nice. But I don't know if I want to dip down. I think I'm still pretty early in the game and it won't make that big of a deal. So I think I'm going to sell all of that as well. I forgot what I had in my inventory. One second here. Let's put this in my stash. Yeah, so this game, it's got a lot of linear quests, so you kind of go through a story line of quests. But along the way, it's really just a hack and slash and get items and just beef up your character. So it's a nice, simple game as far as level of knowledge required. However, this game's a little more complicated than some of the other games that I've played similar. So if you've ever played Diablo or seen anybody play Diablo, it's very similar to that. If you haven't, then really this is the format. You start off with as soon as I figure out the key character. You have some stats, usually some basic stats. You have strength, intelligence, dexterity. Here's my life, and here's my mana. And I have some potions here. And so red is health, blue is mana. And essentially, I just want to get my stats up. I want to get my weapons up, and plow through the storyline. And I'm trying to think of what else is part of this. Uh, some of the magic items you're going to require identifying, so you use a scroll of wisdom to identify those. If you need to get back to town quickly, you need to use the portal scroll. And that gives you a portal that you can walk through, takes you back to town. You can sell, unload. Since it is equipment-based game, you do have a lot of equipment that you pick up. You want to sell those so that way you can get the power-ups that I just put in my stash. You want to use those for later in the game when you have equipment worth looking at. Other than that, this is my inventory. That's it. That's all I have to work with. So the items that I pick up will take up a certain amount of blocks, and it's playing Tetris, trying to keep track of those in my inventory so I can carry the maximum amount so that I can either get stuff I need later or sell that so that I can beef up my better stuff later in the game. I am able to have two different weapon sets, so I can switch between the two. And this game is a little bit different than the ones that I played before, which is why it's a little more intriguing. I have gem slots on each of these items, and what I found is in this game, when you put the gems in there, it gives you different abilities. And in here, I can select that ability and put it in this spell slot. So I have the 3 mouse buttons that I can use, and plus I have these almost the QWERTY buttons to do abilities. I have a ton of abilities at my disposal, and it's all based off the gems that I put in. Oh, I can't even use that. Now, there's some additional pieces to this. So there are some support. So when you see the bridge between the gem slots, one of the gems, if they are a support gem, so Molten Strike right here that I'm showing you is my main ability that's on this gem. But the support, now that it says support under increased critical strikes, it adds to that gem. So you can mix and match all your items and make them better. You have gems, and really you want to collect gems because really those are your abilities. So you pick a class, but that class doesn't necessarily dictate all the equipment that you can use. You can really get your stats up. A lot of equipment will require a certain strength or dex or intelligence to use, and depending on what class you pick, you start with different stats. And the skill tree that you get really dictates your character's ability to do a lot of things. But the gems that you pick up really are your skills and abilities, which is an interesting take because your class doesn't necessarily define your skills and abilities. So it's a cool little change in mentality. And your gems level up. And this one's maxed out. I can't level it up anymore. So I want to do a quest, and I'm doing Shuttle of the Val. You have found an ancient buried Val pyramid. Climb to the top, and it tells me it's all the way up here. And I have unlocked the waypoint in the northern forest, so I'm going to go there. Oh, I can go straight there to the place I need to go. So I'll show you some action here. And just to let you know, this is a free game on Steam. If you have Steam, you can log into Steam and download the game free of charge. So right now I'm using a 2-hand weapon. I don't remember my abilities. Yeah, that's right. This guy has the Rain of Fire, which is awesome. Yeah, that was a simplistic rundown of the game. I tried to keep it light. It's a little more complicated. It gets really complicated, especially when you start swapping out equipment. So if I want to swap out my weapon, if those spell gem slots change, it really changes the skills that I can use. If I get different colors, I might not want to upgrade my weapon just yet, even though the weapon might be better. I need to make sure that I have gems that fit in those skill slots that are worth the swap. So I have it set to show me all the equipment that's laying on the ground. Otherwise, if I didn't do that, then it'd be really hard to see. So you really don't see anything on the ground. So I always toggle it so that I can see everything. And I am trying to remember all my abilities here. So E, yeah, that's that one. Okay. If they're not blue, they are not magical, and usually they're not worth picking up. And then I'm going to look at my map here. I need to figure out where I need to go. I'm not 100%. I've never actually played this game before. This is my first playthrough, so this is pretty new to me. If you watch anybody else play this game, they're probably a little more in tune with what's going on. They don't really go for much, which is why I don't pick up the white abilities. As you see, I have limited space. That fills up pretty quickly. So one vest takes up 6 boxes. I want to maximize my space. And they don't. So the other piece to this is you don't get money in this game. This is a little different than most other games. You're not getting money. You're getting items to upgrade other items, and the more rare the item you sell, like this orb of what was that? Orb of Regent grants a passive skill refund point. That is something I would get for selling an item. I wouldn't get an actual money, so you notice there's no gold. I don't have to manage gold, which is very different for a game like this. Diablo uses a gold system, and after a while you just pile up on gold and it destroys the economy. So this was a clever way of getting rid of that challenge with this type of game. Let's go this way. I came. Nice. Alright, so like I said, the classes don't dictate your abilities, but some of your skills do, and I'm going to show you the skill tree here in a second. The skill tree is insane. I'm going to come a little further down. So when I level up, I get a point that I can put in the skill tree. This is the entire skill tree. And that little tiny bit at level 27 is all I've unlocked. So if you take a look at the amount of stuff that you can get, and it all has to branch, it all has to connect, so in order for me to get way over here, it's probably impossible. So yeah, this is all resistances and upgrades to my stats. It's not any skills. That's the crazy part. None of this is a skill. So increased attack speed is here. This one has increased elemental damage with weapons. So if you can kind of see where I've ended my tree, and it depends on what I want done. So this is an intelligence line. So every one of these will give me plus 10 intelligence, which is kind of nice. But then I come into the strength line, and I can get plus 10 strength. And then these little circles all have like abilities. So increase elemental damage, but then there's one big ability in each of those circles. Really cool layout. I really like this. I'm not 100% sure if I have a plan going through. I originally did, but it seems the more I look at some of these new abilities that I really just kind of go wherever I feel like I need to go at this point. Shield defenses, I don't want to go there. Increase endurance charge, I don't want that. What is this? Increased elemental. So I may want to go straight into this line and eventually get these resistances. Excuse me. This might be another line I want to go down into. Plus 2 strength. I'm going to go this route because I like this ability right here. So I don't know if I was part of that conversation about the gaslight. What was that? What was that about? Oh, EU4. Yeah. Actually, just to let you know now, I don't know if you're more interested in that game right now. Nems is on YouTube on our channel, live streaming EU4. I would not be offended if you wanted preferred to watch that. Oh, nice. Well, that's cool. Yeah, we appreciate you watching us. Most of this game is just coming around, just killing mobs and mobs of these weird creatures. Oh, this one is a main boss. That's why he's not dying so easy. Alright, so I have a legendary item and a yellow item. And I want to identify that as soon as possible. It requires level 16, 23 stun recovery, all 21 to all attributes. That is awesome. That's all my intelligence, dexterity, and strength. 7 quality items found, 20% increase flash duration, minus 2 damage taken from attacks. Oh man. I may do that. Achievement complete, one of a kind. What? So this one requires 42 intelligence. I don't even know if I have that, do I? Oh yeah, I dominated that. Got 121 intelligence. But I don't think any of those are worth unlocking. Yeah, that was a nice drop there. Very happy about that. That means if I switch back to my other... Nice. I think he's just logging in. I don't know if he's started yet. I just saw his Steam pop up that he logged into the game, so I don't know if he's ready to stream. And he might be teaming up with Maniacal right now, so they might be having a conversation about what they're going to be doing. I'm not 100% sure of his game plan. I just chatted with him briefly. So, Random, what type of games do you typically play? Rod, send the ancient pyramid. Extra damage, evasive, power crits. Ooh, that's not good. So green and 2 reds. I would lose both reds. It's not worth identifying. Yeah, there's nothing good in these chests ever. Alright, good to know. Yeah, I've played a fair share of the Call of Duty games. Fairly decent. I just have no way to record it. I would love to record something like that. It's more of my style of game. But that is on the Xbox, and I can't stream that. However, as you heard yesterday, my kid's playing it in the background, as he is right now. This could go poorly. Sorry, yeah, this is objeff. I typically play more of the Hearthstone and other games similar to that, to where it's more of a casual, a little more competitive flavor. I am not. I enjoy strategy-based games like EU4 or something like that, but it's really not my cup of tea. I would definitely prefer to play something a little more action-based. But I don't like games with big storylines either. I'm not a fan of having to sit through cutscenes and listen to all the mumbo-jumbo, listen to people talking game. I'm playing a game to play a game. Yeah, I am the Boom Beach guy. I am the Boom Beach guy. And I do a lot of mobile playing, so the Boom Beach is kind of my alley. So yeah, that's open. And if you have any friends that play Boom Beach and they're looking for a clan or whatever you want to call it, and feel free to invite them over. Would love to have more folks in there. We haven't really advertised other than my video that we're doing this, so we're going to start getting that out on social media, Facebook and Twitter, and hopefully we're going to get some more people jumping in. We can start doing some of the bigger missions. All right, how's my inventory looking? I am pretty much full. And that's not going to go in there. So this is the point of the game where I would... Yeah, I appreciate you asking them. I do. I am going to go ahead and jump back to town really quick and do a sale. And I think that's all that. To that, so I'm going to go ahead and sell. So when I sell this, I'm going to get these items: the orbs of transaction, the scroll fragments, the transmutation shard, and alteration shard. As you see, I can have stack sizes, and when I use these, I can upgrade my equipment. So I'm not getting any gold. That's why I don't pick up any of the regular items. And I just, oops, throw these in my inventory. I'll just jump back into my dungeon. Boom. There we go. I found the end. And I found a new waypoint. Sweet. Come on, open the door. Open the door. It's dead end. What? Oh, this is it. Oh, there's stairs over here. Cannot shoot through a wall. What is that thing? An ancient construct. It's a dead thing now. I think I'm lagging in the game. Wow, thanks. Yeah, I don't know why this guy... I guess I'm not lagging. This guy's just bugged. Good call on that chest. Appreciate it. It'd be really sad when I have to give up this ability right here. And the guys with the blue names, they're a little tougher than the regular guys. And if their name's yellow, then they're the next step up. And I believe there's a orange or purple that are the bosses or the elites. Oh, there's another one. Glad you're paying attention. Apparently I'm not. this guy's a necromancer, I think. He revives people. Yeah, alright, so this is a new gem lying on the ground. So this one is a spell, it's an AoE, it does lightning. Lightning is released from your hands at 4 times in quick succession, damaging all enemies and